This key's a depository.
Okay.
2019 Ford Edge. Rental car. But we
Does have a backup camera.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm just still crazy about looking behind me.
Watch that car, because that one's kind of close. So, anyways, guys, this is the newest car review, along with the newest car we've ever reviewed. Funny how that works, right? So, David, what are we driving today?
Well, today we're driving a 2019 Ford Edge. Joining me, as always, Caribbean Viking, my brother, and we have special guest Brian Nothing Fancy behind us.
Hi, Brian Nothing Fancy.
He's had a few to drink, so he's going to be color commentator.
Hello.
So,
David.
This is my first time driving. This is the newest car I've ever driven, and also that we've ever had in Sunnyside Auto Reviews. 2019. It's got a. Go ahead and break down.
So the Ford Edge, everyone's seen them as police interceptors. So this year, or this particular model, so this is a 2019 Ford Edge Titanium. This is almost top of the line, just below the Ford Edge ST. So this car is equipped with a 2.0 turbocharged motor. It is front-wheel drive, delivering about 250 crank horsepower. The torque is somewhere around there as well. Very comfortable car. This is I've been a fan of Ford, and I've really liked what they've done over the last couple of years. Actually been driving this car in particular for the last almost 2 weeks now, and I will say I am very, very impressed with the fact of how well Ford has aimed for comfort, but also has delivered on power in a sense. Now, mind you, this is not a Mustang. I'm not saying this is something to take to the drags and, go destroy all those Camaros. Mind you, it might be able to. But, I mean, David, you've been driving this car for about 30 minutes now.
I like it.
What's your takeaway on this?
Now, I'm going to bounce before you said it does feel like a very comfy ride. However, I am comparing this to a car that's over 10 years older. The 2003 C240 that we reviewed, that had a beautiful and cloudy suspension to it. This, while still comfy, I can still feel the road, and you can probably see that we just all bounced right there. The instrument cluster. Now, I had to get into the settings just to get a tachometer, which, as a performance-oriented guy, I really feel unnerved if I can't see how many RPMs my car is actually handling. Now, as a commuter car, really the only thing you're ever going to need if you're just doing your A to B commute, going to your job for your freaking pissed off kids, then all you really need is a speedometer, and if anything else should go wrong with the car, just warning lights to pop up. That's at the bare minimum all you need. So this is very much a commuter car. I just have the freaking miles speedometer, I'm good.
That is one of the things I did find with this car. With accelerating past 80, I did feel it almost kind of sway a little bit. And I mean, I'm a guy who's been rolling on coilovers for the past, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I pointed at the camera.
All that torque. Anyways, I am a guy who's been rolling on coilovers for the past probably about the last 6 years now, and it is. And this could just be stock suspension, the bounciness and all that, which I can't say much. We almost viewed an accident.
Yeah, we did.
Go fuck that orange car right now.
Oh, it's a Charger.
Right in front of you.
The stock Charger would probably take it.
But that is one of the things with higher acceleration, higher speeds. I do feel that this car isn't very grounded. But once again, just like the theme of what this topic has been around, is it's not a track car, nor is it presented with any components to be even attempted to look at as a track car. Mind you, if you start doing stuff, more than likely, mind you, you're still in the front-wheel drive territory.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a modified Ford Edge.
That would actually be pretty interesting. I think the reason it's very hard for us to characterize this vehicle is because this is the first crossover that I have ever driven. So, I mean...
Exactly, and I didn't know that the Ford Edge is a crossover. I always thought of it as an SUV, but when I looked underneath it and found that it did not have a differential nor a drive shaft, that's when I realized, oh, it's front-wheel drive.
Hey, but got a bunch of groceries? Ford thought of that.
Is that what defines a crossover?
A crossover is a 4-cylinder with like an SUV body.
It doesn't even really need to be a four-cylinder either. I mean, it's just it's too small to be an SUV, but too big to be a sedan.
Yep.
Crossover. That's why they.
And this is too big to be a hatchback.
Oh yeah. And I mean, this is it's really hard to characterize. I'm a lot taller than if I was in any sort of sedan. I'm a lot shorter than if I'm in a truck or an SUV. So, I mean, it feels like there's still some performance characteristics from a sedan that can be applied to this vehicle, but at the same time, there's a lot more of commuting characteristics from an SUV or a wagon that can be applied to this car. And it's hard to really nail down. It's giving me like mixed messages, but I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like it. It's like having my toes sucked on. I don't know if I don't like it yet.
This got weird real fast.
Now, this car is very much centered around safety, all right? Because if your child is anywhere near this vehicle, Ford is thinking of your child. For example, we're going to be using Brian as the little guinea pig here for the hatch.
Are you safe?
For the most part, yes. It did hit my head.
All right.
Do you clean your toes?
I would hope so.
Yeah, I clean my toes. Come on.
I hope so.
Like, what do you use? Bleach?
I just soap and water? Yeah, not just soap, because then it's just all
how
sticky.
regularly do you do it? Do you
I
do
feel
it
like you should-
right before
wait.
somebody sucks
Okay,
it,
you know
or
what?
do
I
you do
feel
it
like a
before?
throwaway comment I just made has gone way off the rails.
No, but hang on.
it's
Brian, are you
different.
telling me you do not wash your feet in the
I
shower?
wash my feet, but had I known someone would be sucking on them 2 minutes later, I do a much more deep.
Now, as a crossover, we have a lot of room, okay? So this isn't an SUV. It has a big hatch. It has enough room, a little bit more than you would see in a hatchback. But if you need more room, there's a nifty little feature too, right over here.
Down, David, down, David.
Perfect.
Flynn.
Do you also do that with your Dahlia?
I feel like everyone should wash their very thoroughly.
I know, but do you do it before the act?
Well, of course.
Do you scrub your
Yes.
Do you use a special soap for your Dahlia?
No, I use just regular whatever I got.
I feel like we're
Body
learning way
wash.
more about his than we really need to.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing rides on 19-inch wheels, which is, I would say, a little bit of a higher trim. You won't find these on mini sedans at all, sometimes coupes, but this is one of the main features of a crossover. A lot bigger wheels with wider sidewall that allows you to ride a little bit higher in the air. Now, Ford popularized the EcoBoost line of engines that they now use in almost every one of their vehicles. What you're looking at here is an EcoBoost 4-cylinder, turbocharged. And if you are very familiar with the Focus ST, you will notice it does look very similar. We have the throttle pipe going back into the turbo, airbox right here. Normally there'd be a cover, but since this isn't a performance vehicle and you're not gonna have the hood pop unless you're getting service, they're not gonna cover up any of these lines or anything. Now this is a really solid motor, it's pretty responsive. Detuned though, for anyone who would be buying this just for their commute. Thank you so much for checking out this Sunnyside review brought to you by Desert Octane. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Jesus H, what a
Yeah.
What's your favorite dinosaur? Which one's
I like
that?
the Stegosaurus.
You would. See, I'm more of a Brontosaurus kind of guy. Brian, just so I hate, like, future me hates you right now for when I have to edit this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Brian, I feel like you have a lot of unanswered rage for dinosaurs.